Marcus, it's been clear all season long this team can do some damage. They can hit home runs, manufacture runs. Overall, how pleased have you been with their effort offensively?
I've been really pleased. We set out certain goals in spring training about, making sure that we're not giving away at bats, and guys have held their part and making sure that they don't do that. So they're really grinding out at bats and getting some really good results right now.
Seems like Aaron Judge might even be a better hitter at times this year as far as plate discipline is concerned. What did he do? What went into that evolution with him and continuing to grow as a hitter?
I just think the experience, him knowing how guys are trying to attack him now. He's got a year under his belt, and his game plan and his approach been solid, and he doesn't get off pace with it. So he just continues to recognize pitches, and the situations, it never gets too big for him. He knows what guys are trying to do, and he stick with it, and he really gives pitcher fits, and hopefully he can continue to do that for us.
He has such a big strike zone. A lot of times that low pitch is called on him when it's not a strike. Does he get frustrated at that? And how, when pitches like that are being called, do you not adjust your approach and go outside the zone in those situations?
We talk about controlling the zone. That's not an area where he can drive the baseball. So they're calling it, but it's not a pitch that he can drive. So he's having that discipline to lay off of it and wait till he get his pitch. So it gets tough sometimes, but you got to move on to the next pitch.
Let's talk about another guy that seems as though he's been red hot in this order, and Brett Gardner leading things off, setting the table at times. What's been the biggest difference for him at the plate?
I mean, I just think the more at-bats he got, he just got better. He's going to work the pitcher. He's going to make him work 4 to 5, maybe to 8 pitches. And now he's starting to find holes and finding grass. He's hitting the baseball hard, but nothing to show for it, but now it's starting to fall for him.
When you look at guys like that typically see a lot of pitches, and guys like Judge and others in that lineup that really control the zone, as you talked about, see multiple pitchers, do you think that's influential for some of the young guys and helpful for some of the young guys as far as what their approach should look like?
I think so. He's the leader of the team. He gets going. Everybody else is following. I talked to him about it today. So guys say he's working them. They're seeing what the pitcher has because he's going to make them throw all their pitches in that first at bat and get contagious. And guys see that he's working them, and they do follow suit and pass the baton to the next guy and just let it happen throughout the game.
What stood out to you the most about both Andujar and Gleyber Torres?
There's no panic. Slow heartbeat. They make adjustment to the pitchers, and they're having fun. That's what I really like about them. They're having fun. No matter what happens, they're themselves, and I always tell them to stay humble, and they do. And it's been fun to watch so far.
A couple of days ago, I asked you about Didi Gregorius, and you told me he's close. He's getting there. He's getting there. He's had a couple of hits since. What else does he need to do to continue getting on track?
Just stay in the strike zone. If he stays in the strike zone, his swing is fine. Good things going to happen. You just got to keep him positive and let him know that he's doing some really good things for us.
Now, did you see his gum throwing the other day?
Pretty good shot.
Marcus.
No, somebody showed it to me, but I was like, wow, that was a pretty good toss, though.
It was. It got there, right? It got there.
Sorry, Meredith.
One guy that's having a little bit of a rough time, especially at home, John Carlos Stanton. Why do you think the splits are so different, home and road?
He's working hard. I know the splits are different, but he's continuing to put in the work, Meredith, and hopefully he can get out of it. But he's staying positive. That's one thing, and he's starting to see the baseball better. That's one thing he talked to me about yesterday. So that's a good sign for guys to start seeing the ball better. Hopefully we can get some good results. And it's 2 months in, and hopefully the next 4 months will be a lot of fun for him at home.
Have you noticed any frustration on his part?
I'm sure it is. I mean, he's the MVP of last year, so he's a competitor. So I'm sure he gets frustrated, but he's a pro. Try to move on to each at-bat. Next pitch, let's go, and hopefully he can get out of it.
What's it been like for you working with some of the hitters in this lineup?
It's been fun, but at the same time, you have guys that are going well and guys that are not, so you're still trying to put in work to make sure every guy is getting their best work in, and hopefully they can help the team out.
Have you ever played on a team or coached a team, been a part of a team that seems like they have an offense that just never quits the way this one does? You have to like that, sitting there in the 8th and 9th inning.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when I was in Detroit in '06, we went to the World Series. We had a group of guys the same way. We had Pudge and Maglia and those guys up at the top. But the bottom of the order, myself, Craig Monroe, and Brandon Inge, there was no just no out at the bottom. So, I mean, we had 27, 28, 29 home runs at the bottom of the lineup. So it's pretty much similar to that lineup. So I like it. And guys are having fun the same way we did when I was there.
Anything you'd like to add here during this rain delay?
No. Let's get this game, man.
We hope so. Marcus, thank you so much for the time.
All right, thank you.